fans. Welcome to a very random Clips and Dip live. This is pregame before the game against the Nuggets on November 12th. We're going to do an episode on Friday still, but we got some more terrible news today on Wednesday, November 12th, the day of bad news. Of course, the initial bad news was that Bradley Beal is out for the season, which is unfortunate, and I hope he heals up soon. I can't imagine how much it hurts to do that to your hip. It seems like incredibly painful, but his season is over, and the Clippers are now faced with this nightmare of having Bradley Beal out. What's up, Punk's gone wrong. And now we also have Kawhi Leonard, who has more than a sprained ankle. It is now, what was the official from Lawrence Frank? Foot sprain and ankle sprain. He's on the road trip, which is good. I said I would freak out if he didn't travel, but he traveled, so they're going to continue to monitor his process. Shout out to Adam Osland. He did a live earlier when the Beal stuff broke. I think Will might hop on, but I don't know. They say the Beal injury happened in the Suns game in the second quarter. There's a video of it. It looks like painful. I don't know. It sucks. The Kawhi thing is incredibly frustrating too. Trying to find some positives. There's not a lot right now. It's been a difficult Wednesday for Clippers fans. I think it's fair to say. So that sucks. And chances don't feel good for tonight against the Nuggets. That being said, so here's kind of what I wanted to address a little bit. Trouser J Slacks, love the name, said, this game is going to be painful to watch. I can just feel it. I might be jumping the gun here, but I am at the point where today was brutal for the rest of the season, outlook-wise. So we can wash any hopes of a high seed away safely. And I understand if you don't want to rock with that or with where I'm going with this, but I don't think today will be painful because – I mean, yeah, losing is not going to feel good. I'm not trying to say losing feels good, but the word painful, I guess, is where I'm hung up, right? Because it's like, hey, let's hope Cam Christie looks good. Collins is going to be with the starters. When Kawhi gets back, we hope he's in a good rhythm. I'm trying to find some positives, and this is not an attack at you specifically, Trouser J Slacks. I just think now it's time. We got to shift focus for what success means this season. Because it's not what we thought it was. It's not a top 3 seed. It's probably not a top 4 seed. Call me crazy, but it you just got to adjust expectations. It was so, what a shit day also. Just getting that notification. You're like, out for the year? Like, what the hell is this? More minutes for the young player. Yeah, right. Cam Christie's got potential. Maybe Bogey figures it out. Ty Lue did say it's going to be kind of by committee for the shooting guard stuff, which we've all been through before, and it usually doesn't work out that well. We got to try and cobble it together. I'm worried for Harden because he might just collapse. Harden's going to have to do as much as he's been doing, which is too much for how old he is. And I don't mean that as a disrespect to James Harden. He's just too old. He shouldn't have to be working like that. Yeah, let's hope Cam Christie makes some progress. I don't know. It sucks. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't suck. But I think, like I know. You just got to adjust expectations at this point. We can't punt on the season because of the picks. That's not ideal. So I guess we just got to try and be as good as possible, which, hey, we're almost through it, right? The era whatever this era, the 2-1-3 into the 2-1, if we want to call that this the 2-1 era with Kawhi and Harden. This one felt heavier. I don't know why. For me, this one I was like, God damn, just like again, like obviously not that I hadn't been through this before, but for some reason, just the poor start coupled with just how frustrating it's been. You know what I mean? Right. Everyone was bully on the Clippers. I don't think you have to feel I put a colorful fro on my head. That's pretty funny. You should do that. If you want to do that, you should do that because that would be funny. We all thought they would be better than this. We didn't think there'd be a season-ending injury on November 12th to coincide with a stretch of play that's been like some of the least fun you could have as a Clippers fan recently. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. I'll go past trauma. Yeah, you can pull up past trauma for this. Everyone's hurt now, so we'll see what happens. Maybe they're tired. Surely Jokic can't have another triple-double. Right, we could be excited about John Collins in the starting lineup. That's good. Ty Lue's not going to be fired. I think anyone who thought he was going to be fired, I don't know. Anytime you are bringing up conversations you've had with ownership, usually not the best sign, but I don't know. What is firing Ty Lue gets us nowhere also. Drop your predictions for what you think is going to happen tonight versus the Nuggets. The court looks pretty cool. That's fun. We got Harden, Dunn, Derek Jones Jr., John Collins, and Ivica Zubac starting, which, hey, more time for Collins and Derek Jones Jr. To mesh. Fascinating what the starting lineup's going to be when Kawhi comes back. Genuinely. Does Collins go back to the bench? Is Collins just relegated to the bench when Kawhi's back? So it's Harden, Dunn, Kawhi, Derek Jones, too, or whatever. Interesting. Somehow more lineup crunch. Yeah, the rotation is making the rotation simpler is a funny way to frame the season-ending injury. And I know that's not what you meant, but X-Mongo Project said before Beal, they were projecting Dunn and JC to start. Bogey, I mean, he's going to get more reps anyway. It's just like we got to hope he plays out of the funk. No heartbreak this year. Exactly. It's already happened. The season isn't over, perchance, but it doesn't feel great right now. If there were a night to win, tonight would be a very Clippers funny night to win. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be, of course, both guys are out. Somehow we beat the Nuggets. Whoop-de-doo. I don't know, man. Vibes are pretty low. Not as low as this morning, I think. The Kawhi news sucks. He's got the sprained foot and the sprained ankle. He's on the trip, which is good. I don't know what games he plays the trip. We don't really have a timeline for that. Let me see if I can. Let me check out Justin Rousseau. No real timeline on that. They're just going to monitor it. So we're kind of in that stage. He's making really good progress. They're going to continue to treat him. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope he plays in one of the games. I hope he plays in one of the games, I guess, is where I'm at. Papa P23, is this Pat Laurie? Said that he looks, okay, I'll put both up. They look like they definitely took dramatic pause, a step back from last year. Yeah, I don't think that's crazy to say. It's just, and it's a step back in the most frustrating thing. Somehow they've taken a step back and focus. These live ball turnovers, dead ball turnover, like the focus has been shocking. Transition defense has been very bad. Yeah, I think it's fair to say they took a step back from last year. It's really frustrating, man. I totally feel you. The Kawhi thing is really frustrating. There's a 7-game road trip coming up. Thank you for listening to these pregame ramblings as well. There's a 7-game road trip coming up that does include 2 back-to-backs. And so I don't feel good about that. I'm not sure what games Kawhi plays in there, right? Because it's every other night until the end of the 76ers back-to-back. So they have day off. They go to Dallas. They have a day off. They go to Boston. And then the very next day they play in the 76ers. And 3 days later it's against the Magic. And then a back-to-back against Hornets. It's a brutal schedule. There's a 3 and 4 in this stretch. The Hornets, Cavs, Lakers is a back-to-back over the 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. And then they play the day after Thanksgiving. God damn, man. Rough. When you really break it down, it's rough. Yeah, we're trying to get the curse on the show. Longtime listeners will know that we have an in with the curse. And sometimes the curse comes on the show. We're trying to get it figured out. We're going to get the curse on the show soon. He's been very busy. Yeah, I don't know if it's cursed. It's sure as hell bad luck. Which, is that a curse? At what point is the curse bad luck? Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. Cam Christie's exciting. Let's hope the transition. Man, I don't know. Let's hope Chris Paul can get some shit figured out because we need it. If we're doing this shooting guard by committee, which we have to, we're gonna need guys to step up. Jeff Pate says, it's because you Clippers fans talk a lot of trash when you land big names. Yeah, surely. I just do not believe you. Farty Cake 1606 says, Clips got this. Yeah, why not? Now we're in the period of kind of sulkily rooting for the Clippers, right? Like they're not every win now, especially if they win a game like tonight, which I'm not saying they will. I don't feel great, you know what I'm saying? But like it's just funny, I guess, at this point. When they win, we cannot root for them to lose because of the first round pick situation, which is not ideal. And I get being upset about. But since we literally cannot root for them to lose, the only option is to root for them to win. Because what does winning do? It also makes OKC's pick worse. I hate that I have to rationalize it like that, but that's where we are in this era. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we do have a lot of drama. The Clippers fans have way too much drama to talk a bunch of trash. Unless you joined the bandwagon when they got Kawhi and Paul George, which by all means, welcome. We need more fans. I don't care why anyone's a fan. You can be a fan for whatever reason. We talked about in the last episode, but I'm like, I don't even know. The Clippers have so many kind of issues right now that I don't know how to look at it at an opponent by opponent basis. Like whoever we're playing, it doesn't matter because of kind of all the self-inflicted wounds that the Clippers give themselves every game. You know what I mean? Like we can't be like, oh, let's attack Denver's X, because we can't do basic stuff right now. It's a very frustrating team to watch. So Zoo on Jokic is the biggest matchup. It's going to be very difficult. Jokic did play 33 minutes yesterday. Jamal Murray, I believe, played 37. So that favors the Clips. I don't know. Tough time to be a Clippers fan. This is also very funny too. TD fantastic. Beal's not a big loss, guys. He's really not. I can understand the feelings of being like, oh, well, there's the meme going around of like, this makes the Clippers better. It doesn't. Say what you want about Beal's on the court play. Just look at the numbers of how it doesn't make the Clippers. Like, it doesn't make the Clippers better at all. CP3 is evidently unplayable. We still, like, not having a body, it's not good. Farty Cakes 1606. I'm going to say this username every time they post a good comment. Zoo's going to come up huge tonight. Let's hope so. Zoo has had some room for improvement. X-Mongo Project asking, was that the last time we see Beal in a Clips uni? That's a good question. I don't know. Obviously, the team today, Lawrence Frank was like, we believe in his recovery. He's devastated. He felt that he let the team down with how he played. So I don't know if that's the last time. The contract is not expensive. So if you're looking at it from a pure financial aspect, it doesn't, he has a player option. So he opts. He's not getting a better deal. I don't know. I don't think so. Anthony Robinson saying, y'all thinking about Beal hypothetically. I'm thinking about him literally being an active body on this roster. And not having an active body on this roster is bad. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, the injury was good. Because the injury was bad. I don't want to see Jokic flop around Zoo tonight, then push him around when defending him. Agreed there. It's going to take a hell of an effort from the Clippers tonight. I think we can all agree on that. I am going to... Not this drink's gone. I'm going to sign off. We're all going to go watch the Clippers shock the world. And let's hope for good process games. We talked about on the last episode... Starman Hove saying, Chuck, you ready to put on some gym shorts and show us that jumper? You can turn this season around. I'm down. If anyone's over near Bellevue Community Center over in Silver Lake, get at me on Twitter if you want to shoot around. I'll come out. I play basketball there. The jumper's okay. The post work is what's nice. We're going to all go watch the Clippers, hopefully play well. Adam, Will, and I are doing a post-game live on Friday after the – what game is that? After the Mavs game. Let's hope we beat the Mavs. We're borderline neck and neck with them in the standings. So we're going to do a post-game live on Friday. And, yeah, try and keep your heads up. Let's hope Cam Christie does his thing. Let's hope shooting guard by committee works. Let's hope for some good process. All right. Thanks for hanging out.